Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Lucy from Bristol Hypopressives. We're back for another day of our challenge. Today is going to be a class focused on release. So you're going to come down onto your backs to start. And you're just going to take a couple of moments to settle down on your mat. So just feeling the connection of the body on the floor. So the feet, the back of the body, the head, the back of the head. And we're going to take a nice big inhale through the nose. And then exhale through the mouth. So breathing in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Really nice. You're going to just draw your knees in towards your chest. And we're just going to take some circles with the knees around the hips. So we're just coming into a bit of a warm-up. So you can inhale, bring the knees in towards the chest, and exhale, draw the knees away from the body. And we're going one way and then the other way. And keep breathing with this movement, so you can marry the movement with the breath. Lovely. And then bring the feet down on the floor. Bring the hands out into a cactus or a T position, and you're just going to drop the legs over to the right, take the gaze over to the left. Take a couple of breaths here. Just allow the body to sink into the earth. Head comes back to center, knees come back to center. We're going to drop the knees over to the other side, take the gaze over the other arm. Really lovely. And we're breathing into this side. And now coming back to center. Now we're going to start coming into our lateral breathing with some pelvic tilts. So we're going to inhale, tilt the pelvis down towards the feet, and then exhale, tuck the pelvis under. Inhale, tilt the pelvis down towards the feet, and then exhale, tuck the pelvis under. Keep going with this in your own time with your own breath. As you're doing this, just try and isolate the movement to the pelvis. So we're not overly arching through the spine, lifting our ribs off the floor. We're keeping the back of the ribs on the floor as much as possible, and we're just tilting the pelvis. So as you keep the ribs on the floor, this movement might become smaller, and that's okay. So we're trying to increase the range of movement in the pelvis without compensating by moving the spine, the ribs as well. Lovely. And then making this your last one. Coming back to center. We're now going to do that with our hypopressive breathing. So you're going to bring your hands down by your side, feet hip distance apart and parallel. We're going to inhale, tilt the pelvis down towards the feet. Slowly exhale as you tuck the pelvis under. We're going to inhale, untuck the pelvis. And exhale softly and slowly through the mouth, pelvis tucks under. Inhaling all the way around the ribs, untuck the pelvis. Exhaling slowly through the mouth, you're going to come back to center, back to your neutral. We're going to hold the breath out, pause, and then slowly open the ribs here. Really nice and slowly with that rib opening. See how slowly you can go. You're going to hold it here for as long as you can. And then you're going to breathe in whenever you're ready. Really nice. Lovely. We're going to change the movement, change the breath with the movement now. We're going to inhale, tuck the pelvis under, and then exhale, tilt the pelvis down towards the feet. Okay, great. So we'll do that together. We're going to inhale, pelvis tucks under. Exhale slowly through the mouth, tilt the pelvis down towards the feet. Inhale, tuck the pelvis under. And exhale softly and slowly through the mouth, pelvis tilts down towards the feet. Inhale, pelvis tucks under. On the exhale, set the pelvis back in the center. You're going to hold your breath out, pause, and as slowly as you can, open the rib cage. Really nice, holding it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in whenever you're ready. Lovely. You're going to bring your arms into a T position now, palms facing up. We're going to inhale the right leg out to the side, and then exhale, it's going to come back to center. And we're going to do that 3 times, and then do the apnea with the leg back to center, and then we're going to go on the other side. So when you're ready, you're going to inhale, leg falls out to the side. Exhale slowly through the mouth, bringing that leg back to center. Inhaling, leg falls out to the side. And exhaling softly and slowly through the mouth, leg comes back to center. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale slowly through the mouth, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause here, open the ribs. Holding it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in whenever you're ready. Lovely. We're going to go on the other side. You're going to inhale, left leg drops out. Exhale slowly through the mouth. It comes back to center. Inhale, left leg comes out. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, leg comes out, 2, 3. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause here, open the ribs. Really nice, holding it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in whenever you're ready. Lovely. You're going to bring the hands back down by your side with your palms face down. We're going to roll up it. We're going to come into a butterfly bridge now. So we're going to inhale. On the exhale, we're going to come up into bridge. On the inhale, we're going to come back down as we open both the legs out to the side. And then on the exhale, legs come together and we come up into bridge. Nice. So we're starting with the pelvis in neutral. You're going to inhale in position. Exhale, lift the pelvis and ribs up at the same time, coming up into bridge. Inhale, open the legs wide as you come back down. And then exhale, legs come together as you roll up into bridge. Inhale as you come back down, legs come open. Exhale, legs come together as you roll up into bridge. You're going to hold the breath out, pause at the top, slowly open your ribs here. Holding it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in whenever you're ready. Lovely, coming back down. This time we're going to inhale, hug the knee in towards the chest, and exhale, bring it back down. So we're going to start with the right side first. So you're going to inhale, bring the knee in, and exhale, slowly through the mouth, bring it back down. Inhale, knee comes in towards the chest. And exhaling softly and slowly through the mouth, bringing it back down. Inhale slowly. And then exhale softly and slowly through the mouth, bringing that foot back down, pelvis neutral. Slowly open the ribs here. Holding it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in whenever you're ready. Really nice. We're going to inhale left leg in. And exhale slowly through the mouth. It comes back down. Inhale that leg in. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, slowly open the ribs. Holding it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in whenever you're ready. Really nice. You're going to roll over onto your front now. We're going to come up into our all fours position, coming into our Gaia position. Nice. Hands shoulder distance apart, knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to inhale to rock back and exhale to rock forwards. So we inhale, rock back. Exhale slowly through the mouth to come forwards. Inhale, push into the hands and the arms to push yourself back. And exhale softly and slowly through the mouth to come forwards. Inhale, push into the hands and the arms to push back. Exhale slowly through the mouth to come forwards. You're going to hold your breath out, pause, slowly open the ribs here. Lovely. You're going to turn your hands to face forwards and we're going to come into some cat-cows, moving from the pelvis all the way up through the spine. So we're going to inhale, untuck the pelvis, moving through the spine, head and chest come up last. Exhale, pelvis tucks first, rounding through the spine, chin to chest last. Inhale from the pelvis all the way through the spine. And then exhale, pelvis first, all the way through the spine. Coming back to center, you're going to hold the breath out, pause, open the ribs here. Holding it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in whenever you're ready. Really nice. You're going to reach the hands out in front of you, sink the head on the floor, keep the hips lifted. And we're going to take 5 nice big breaths into the back of the ribs. Lovely. When you've done that, you're going to come back up to a seated position. So that is our practice complete. If you can subscribe, like and comment and let me know you're practicing with me, and I will see you tomorrow.